We getting it back in mother effing blood, Jimbo and A&M. I've been waiting for this game ever since last year. Ever since y'all got that fluke win last year against us, I've been waiting. I'm just going to keep it real with y'all and be upfront. It's personal. It's more than personal. Hold on, let me try this down. Let me speak. I want y'all to see my lips. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Look, it's cool. You got your fluke win against us last year. Zach Calzada played the game of his life. Much respect to him. But you wasn't the better team. And then to go on top of that, here's what did it for me. I respected Jimbo, but then you disrespect Nick Saban in the offseason, saying he's got a dark past and a dark history. What's that about, man? Jimbo, are you mad that you get the best of the best recruiting class every single year? And you still can only go 8-4? You love to see it. I'm gonna put this down. You know what's gonna happen to Texas A&M and Jimbo Saturday? The same thing that happened to LSU after they beat Alabama when Joe Burrow beat them. There's not a nice way to say this, man. Y'all probably think I'm trying to be funny or something. I'm not. We getting it back in blood, and we're going to let the game do the talking for us. We don't like to do, at Alabama, we don't like to do all this blabbering before the game. We let our game on the field speak for ourselves. I did want to come on here real quick, though, just to let y'all know we ain't playing ski mask mat in the building. I ain't taking the ski mask off until the game's over. Until Alabama beats Texas A&M on Saturday, not taking this mask off. It's staying on with me in the shower, all that good stuff. The entire video is not going to be like this. This is just the intro. I just want to get y'all hyped. This is the week 6. Can y'all believe it? We're already on the week 6 preview. Let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro. Thought it was kind of funny, but I am being dead serious in this. This A&M game for Alabama fans and the Alabama program, it's personal. Now, if you're an Alabama fan, you can try to lie and say, oh, this game doesn't mean this much to me. It's just a regular Saturday. But no, it's not. You know this is a big game. You know you hate Jimbo Fisher. And you also know you hate A&M and you want to beat them by 40. Even when A&M beat us last year, I didn't have bad blood towards them, and I didn't have bad blood towards Jimbo. I thought he was a good coach. I didn't think he was great, but I respected the guy. But like I said in the intro, and I said this all off season long, I'm not going to rant on it too much. After what he said about Nick Saban, I can't respect him anymore. I don't like the dude. It's as simple as that. I'm not going over what he said. We talked about that plenty enough in the offseason. Getting on topic with this video, you know why I'm here. I know why you're here. This is the week 5 preview. It's Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you had a great week. There's only one more day, which is Friday, one of the best days of the week, and then we get football all Saturday long. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited as much as me to get into this video. I can't wait for Saturday. It's going to be awesome, just like always. We're not doing no intro, none of that. It's simple. We're on the road to 300,000 subscribers, really 1 million, and we can't get there without your help. So if you like college football content, consider subscribing. It's free. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, that was weak. Let's get into it. That's better. You know how we do it on this channel. We're going to start off with our 11 a.m. games first, and we got a good one. I think this could potentially be maybe the game of the day. We got Tennessee and LSU. I don't think Tennessee fans are sleeping on this game. I think they understand this is a perfect trap game and they could get upset looking forward early to Alabama. Tennessee is in the top 10. LSU is barely cracking the top 25 and it's in Baton Rouge. I think many people out there understand this is your typical trap game because Tennessee is only a 3-point favorite. To go on top of that, if you look at the matchup predictor, they actually have LSU as the favorite. I'm not too sold on that. This is technically a rebuilding year for LSU. They got the first-year head coach in Brian Kelly, and their quarterback, I like Jaden Daniels, but he's not all that. I'm going to keep this one short and simple. I got Tennessee win this game. I think it's going to be a struggle fest in the first half, but Tennessee will eventually pull away with that outstanding offense behind Hendon Hooker. Y'all know how I feel about Hooker. He's my Heisman frontrunner right now, and the best quarterback in these games normally carry their team to a win. I can't for the life of me believe this is an 11 a.m. game. That takes away the home field advantage from LSU. Because if this was a night game, maybe I do pick LSU. But since it is at 11 a.m., let me roll with the Volunteers. Moving on to the game game day college game of the week, which is also, weirdly enough, at 11 a.m., we got a top 20 matchup, TCU and Kansas. Oh, brother, who would have thought this at the beginning of the year? TCU and Kansas would be undefeated hosting college game day. I didn't think that was going to happen. Currently, at this given moment where it sits, TCU is about a touchdown favorite sitting at 6.5. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I like Kansas, what they're doing. They're the Cinderella team like in March Madness in basketball. But TCU should win this game, and I think they will win this game. I love what I saw out of Max Duggan, the quarterback for TCU against Oklahoma, but you do got to take into account Oklahoma's defense is terrible. Trust me, I want to see Kansas win as bad as anybody else out there, but I got to go with my gut, and my gut's telling me TCU. Moving on to another 11 a.m. game, we got an SEC matchup. Arkansas coming off back-to-back losses at Mississippi State. As to why Arkansas is not ranked and Cincinnati is ranked, that's a different conversation for a different day. The AP poll's a joke, but I'm going to predict Arkansas to bounce back in this one, and they beat Mississippi State by double digits. That may be my boldest take of the day, because if you see it right here, Mississippi State, they're actually 9.5 point favorites. I think KJ Jefferson's going to bounce back. That Arkansas team, they're pissed off, and they're going to get the win. Going on down here to our 2:30 game. This used to be a big primetime game. Not so much anymore because Auburn sucks. We got Auburn and Georgia. Georgia is a whopping, and I can't even believe I'm about to say this, 30-point favorite. Can you believe that? That's a big-time rival matchup in game. There's always bad blood there. And Georgia's a 30-point favorite? Come on, man. As unreal as that seems, that may not be enough. To say that Auburn is a piss-poor team, they have a piss-poor head coach, that would be understating it. There's no reason to talk about this too much. Auburn has a terrible offense, and Georgia has a good defense. To go on top of that, the offense for Georgia has struggled in the recent weeks, and I think they're going to bounce back. Moving on down here to the worst of the worst of the worst, the worst conference of all time, we got the good old Pac-12. A top 20 matchup featuring Utah, who lost to Florida, which is a terrible team in the SEC, and UCLA. Doesn't shock me one bit. Utah is a 3.5 point favorite, and I'm going to roll with them. I like everything they got going on. At 3 p.m., might as well bring this up one real quick. Ohio State plays the sorry, overrated Michigan State team, and they are a 27-point favorite. Finally, Michigan State is unranked, and I expect them to get full-out clobbered. Maybe, just maybe, they can keep it close, but I don't think so. Give me Ohio State by a lot. Unfortunately and sadly, it doesn't seem like there's going to be too many good 2:30 games. Whoa. Hold on, Matt. It's college football. This is when upsets happen, when we think they're not going to happen. So pay attention. Moving on down to our 6:30 games. Finally, USC plays before freaking 11 p.m. They got Washington State. This will be the first USC game I can watch without dang near falling asleep in the second or third quarter. I expect them to win. I'm excited to see Caleb Williams play. And we also got South Carolina and Kentucky. I don't see many people talking about this one. Kentucky's coming off of that brutal loss where I feel like they should have won. There was a bunch of bad stuff that happened at the end, but I still think they're better than Ole Miss. On the flip side for South Carolina, that program, they want to have high hopes and expectations, but it hasn't been all too good so far. Spencer Rattler is the quarterback for Carolina, and I always love seeing how he's going to play because he's so polarizing. You do see a sign of respect, though, because Kentucky is only a 6.5 point favorite. Maybe we see an upset here. I want to call it, but South Carolina has looked bad this year. I'm going with Kentucky. Whoa. Hold on. Y'all didn't think I forgot about it, did you? We got Oklahoma and Texas. I know some of y'all thought I forgot. I didn't. I wanted to save the best for last. I think that's going to be a good game because according to all the reports, and we made an update video on this earlier, it looks like Quinn Ewers is going to come back and play. Although both teams aren't ranked, it's still an interesting matchup to me, and I'm ready to see it because number one, if Ewers does come back, I can't wait to see him play. And number two, both of these teams are 3-2, so it's not like the season is over. I don't think Texas has pushed that panic button just yet, and Oklahoma hasn't either. And if anything, I think Oklahoma is freaking out more than Texas. Because although Texas has lost 2 games, it wasn't the way Oklahoma lost last week. As to where it currently stands on Thursday night, Texas is a 9-point favorite. I have no problem with that. Oklahoma's defense is beyond terrible right now, and I don't expect them to fix it for this Texas game, especially if Ewers is going to play. Of course, it doesn't matter what the record is. This is the Red River Showdown. It's going to be intense, and all these players are going to give it 100% effort. With that being said, I have a hard time trying to convince myself that Oklahoma's going to pull all this crap show act together in time for this game. I got Texas winning this game, and I also think they're going to cover the spread, and if Ewers is playing, you could see it get ugly. That's all I'm going to say, because Oklahoma's defense terrible and their offense isn't too much better with Dylan Gabriel back there overthrowing wide receivers every other play. For our sake, the fans of the game, I hope it's not a blowout because I don't want to watch that. I want to see something competitive. It's always hard to try predicting this game because anything can happen. Similar to Alabama and Auburn, you can throw the records out the window. Texas could be 5-0, Oklahoma could be 0-5, and it's still going to be heated. Like I said, I like Texas to win this game, and to be 100% honest, I don't know how anyone could predict Oklahoma's going to win. And now finally, the main encore, the main topic, the main reason you clicked onto this video, we got Texas A&M and Alabama. Oh man, like I said in the intro, I've been waiting on this one for a while now, and I think a lot of you are expecting me to come on here and rant and talk about this game for 5, 6, 7 minutes, but I'm not going to. It's rather simple. Alabama's a 24-point favorite, and I expect them to beat them by 31. Granted, that is if Bryce Young's playing. If he's not playing, different story, but I believe he is playing, so I'm going to call this game like he is. Over the past couple of days, I've seen a lot of people stating, well, this is kind of like deja vu. Last year, Alabama was undefeated. They was a 20-some point favorite, and A&M had 2 losses. Everybody's predicting Alabama to win this game. They're going to crush A&M, and then boom, they pull off the upset. And yes, I do understand that 100%. I watched the game live. I was there. I witnessed it. But I don't think this is going to happen again. I'll double down on that statement. I would be beyond shocked if that happened again. The truth of the matter is, yeah, Alabama is a 20-some point favorite. They're undefeated. A&M has 2 losses. All that is similar to last year. But there's one thing that isn't similar for all these fans out there. Alabama didn't lose to A&M the year before. Going into that game last year, Alabama has beaten A&M like 7 times in a row. And one thing Mr. Nick Saban is really good at is those revenge games. You're always going to see a great Alabama team go out there and play and give it her all, but you're going to see a different type of that tomorrow. Or my bad, not tomorrow, but Saturday. Let me change my prediction. I said originally Alabama's going to win this game by 31 points. I'm going to bring that down to 27. I like 27. And I know this may shock some of y'all, but I do respect these A&M players. I don't respect Jimbo, but I respect the players. And remember, they got all these 4- and 5-star recruits. I think this game will be competitive in the first half. I full on expect it to. Jimbo's going to pull out some trick plays here and there. And you got to remember, these kids can play. A&M is already out of the college football race. They're not going to make the SEC championship. So this game on Saturday, it's their Super Bowl. They're going to play as hard as they can. This is the biggest game of the year for them. For Alabama, on the other hand, this is just a regular Saturday. Although it's a revenge Saturday, on the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. This game is personal, and it's a big deal to me as a fan, like many other fans out there. But for this team, not that big of a deal. You know what is a big deal to Alabama football? SEC championships, the college football playoff, national championships. But not a regular season game against Texas A&M. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, A&M fans. Nobody is worried about you. You're just a regular season game. You're just a stepping stone in the way for Alabama to make the playoff. And that's the main difference for an A&M and Alabama. A&M's too focused on Alabama, they can't even think about winning a championship. But Alabama, they don't care about A&M. They're so busy focusing on SEC championships and national championships. I don't have too much more to say. It is so simple, and I think all of you watching this, you're smart people. You understand this too. Alabama has a really good defense. They're not great, but they're really good. And Texas A&M has a horrible offense. That's been the problem all year long. It's not A&M's defense. They've been okay. It's the offense. The offense can't score points. And when you're playing this Alabama team who averages 48 points per game, you gotta score points just to keep up with. Bryce Young and that Alabama offense will score points. Will they score 48 points like they've been averaging this entire season? I don't know about all of that, but I'm pretty sure you can mark them down for at least 35. And even in the game last year when A&M upset them, Alabama's offense balled out. They had 38 points. If you score 38 points, you should win 98% of your games. Alabama's defense last year was terrible at times, one of the worst I've ever seen under Nick Saban. This year, they're 2 times better. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would gladly take that Alabama 24-point spread. That's all for this video. That's the predictions. I am very curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But right away,